Since the completion of Season 6, fans have been asking questions about a new season, even when several rumors were going around saying that Longmire would be renewed in November 2021. The renewal never happened, and obviously we didn't get another season either. However, now we're hoping for Season 7 of Longmire to finally come up. We think that the show might be in the works right now, and we'll tell you everything we know so far. Let's get started. First, are we getting Season 7 of Longmire? We might be. As there's no confirmation news about the show yet, we're still not sure whether there will be a Season 7 or not. However, there are major chances that Season 7 might be in the production period right now. After the show was canceled after the 6th season, fans were extremely disappointed. However, it didn't seem like the show's production would continue or resume at all. Anyways, right now we're saying that the show might be returning due to two reasons. One is its strong viewership and fame, while the other is its previous announcement of being released in November of 2021. The show has a strong fan base all around the world, and the viewership is what matters the most when it comes to the renewal of any show ever. Just like that, with a huge fan base and demand for another season, we believe that Netflix will definitely bring the show back soon. If not this year, then it may come in the next year. We can't guess a timeline, but we can guess that a season is surely under production. Not just that though. Last year, a rumor had it that the show would be released in November of 2021. However, it ended up being canceled, but we have witnessed many shows getting canceled and then getting renewed after some wait. This gives us another reason to believe that Longmire may be in the works and will return at some point in the future. But at what point exactly? We don't have any ideas. There's another possibility that Netflix might renew the show in the form of a reboot or a spin-off. This is majorly possible because Netflix has a history of renewing shows in such a way after canceling them. In short, we're here hoping for the best and wishing for our guess to be true. But for now, all we can do is wait for an official statement. So why was Longmire canceled after Season 6? You must remember the hurt that the cancellation of Longmire caused, but we didn't get the answers to our questions back then. Most shows are canceled because of low viewership. However, this wasn't the case with Longmire, as the show's second season has had over 6 million viewers per episode. The number of viewers also makes it the most watched original series in the history of A&E. But we will be honest though, the ratings of the show by Season 6 had dropped a little, but not too much. Even though the show's ratings had dropped a little, they were still very respectable as compared to the other shows such as Breaking Bad and Mad Men, which averaged only around 2 and 3 million viewers per episode, respectively. The only explanation that fans got for the cancellation was that the advertisers preferred young viewers. Even if we believe that A&E had this as a logical reason to cancel the show, it still doesn't make sense why Netflix canceled it. This is because Netflix doesn't rely on the money coming from the advertisers. We can't guess the show's ratings on Netflix because the platform never releases the relevant data, but we do need an answer from Netflix as well. So, why did Netflix make this decision? On Netflix, fans got to watch 6 seasons of Longmire. However, Netflix also announced that the 6th season would be the last one. Without any ratings or popularity index information, knowing why Longmire got canceled becomes even more of a difficult task. However, here are some guesses that may be the actual reason why the show got canceled all of a sudden. One reason for the cancellation could be the contracts Netflix had made with the actors of Longmire. If we look at the Netflix shows, generally, most of them run up to 6 seasons, and it's also possible that the contract with actors was just for 6 seasons in total. Another reason could be that the show didn't have any more source material left. You must know that the show is based on the novels by Craig Johnson, and the show had covered almost every important detail from the series of novels by the 6th season. In the end, none of the reasons really gave a clear-cut reason behind Netflix calling it quits with Longmire, though. This is another reason why we believe that the show might return soon. Who gave out the false information about the show's renewal last year? In 2021, Longmire fans got all worked up and were extremely happy after a website called WhenNetflix.com published completely untrue news about the show's release. The website's purpose is to provide the fans with the release dates of any upcoming Netflix shows. However, the news about Season 7's release turned out to be totally fake. The site had stated that another season of Longmire was coming up in November of 2021. Not just that, it also published dates for each of its episodes. Longmire fans were so excited that they didn't even check whether the news published on the website was real or not. As soon as the website stated that Longmire Season 7 would be released on the 12th of November, 2021, there were over 1,000 reactions to the page, and it was being shared all over social media. That shows how desperate we as Longmire fans are for another season. There's more though. The site also stated that Season 7 would be released released globally, while, in reality, Netflix only has the license of releasing Longmire in 3 countries, including Canada, the USA, and Australia. Fans only figured out that the website they had believed for so long was just giving out fake and unauthentic information after the official announcement of the show's cancellation. Not only did it share fake information, but it also hurt Longmire's fans' sentiments. We don't know about others, but our sentiments were actually tortured. Who'd return to the show if it's renewed, though? If the show is renewed, or a spin-off happens, then we think that Robert Taylor would probably reprise his role as Sheriff Walt Longmire. Other possible cast members may include Lou Diamond Phillips as Henry Standing Bear, Katie Sackhoff as Vic Moretti, Bailey Chase as Branch Connolly, Cassidy Freeman as Katie Longmire, Adam Bartley as Deputy Archie Ferguson, Zane McClarnon as Officer Matthias, and A. Martinez as Jacob Nighthorse. Apart from these main cast members, several other cast members who have played minor roles in the previous 6 seasons might also return. But then again, this is just another guess from us, as Netflix hasn't confirmed anything about the possibility of Longmire's Season 7. Some details about the plot and ending of Longmire until Season 7. The show revolves around the life of the main character named Sheriff Walt Longmire, played by Robert Taylor. In the show's first season, fans got to witness Longmire's life a year after his wife had died in a tragic accident. The ones who have watched the first season witnessed Longmire's struggle while he tried to overcome the grief caused to him due to his wife's death. However, later we also watched him taking a step further, moving on and focusing more on his job as a sheriff. Throughout the 6 seasons, we saw Longmire solve several criminal issues that kept rising in the fictional place called Absaroka County in Wyoming. Along with Longmire was his friend Henry, who was also a major part of almost every episode. Not just that, Longmire also discovers that his wife was murdered, and he also finds the murderer, only to find out that the murderer's wife was also murdered. Now that's a tongue twister. However, after Longmire has caught the murderer, the investigations start pointing at his friend Henry, but soon realize that Longmire's wife was murdered in a mugging incident. By the end of Season 6, Longmire retires from his position as sheriff after the death of Malachi Strand. Not just that, we see that Longmire leaves the county in much safer hands and realizes that he might have a future somewhere other than the sheriff's office. Longmire and Vic take their relationship to another level, while Caddy Longmire starts working as the new sheriff. From the ending of Season 6, we can make a guess. Netflix actually produces a spin-off of Longmire, in which we might get to see Caddy Longmire as the leading role. This is very much possible, because Caddy is also a Longmire, as well as a sheriff, which makes her a strong candidate for being the lead role of a spin-off. Whatever Netflix does decide to do with Longmire, we're hoping for it to be renewed in any way possible. For now, we are all about guesses and wishes about the renewal of Longmire, for another season or spin-off, that is. However, we hope that Netflix will release some official news regarding the show. One thing we, as Longmire fans, shouldn't forget is that even if Longmire doesn't get another season or a spin-off, Netflix still managed to give us 3 more seasons, as A&E had canceled the show just after 3 seasons. Tell us what you think in the comments down below. We'll be back with more news and updates, but until then, we'll see you later.